Hello. I just realized I don't have my trays. 1 second. I was like putting away some of the failed experiment from yesterday before stream. And then I was like, all right, let's do this. Anyway. You're sleepy? Mood. So I don't know that it's a solution, but it's something coming tomorrow. So we might be sewing again on stream tomorrow. I had the thought, actually James had the thought last night of, it's funny that you should mention streaking. James was like, would boxers work for a patch? To like keep everything. And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, try a pair of mine. So I put a pair on and it was close to being good. And I was like, it needs a little more like, it needs to come up higher in like the waist area, if you will. And then I typed in, listen, high-waisted boxers. Because surely they make high-waisted undies for ladies. They must do that for men, too. And they do. And they have, like, compression ones. Like, for compression / support. Is my bot not on again? It's had updates recently. Oh, I just didn't click it. Anyway, so I found these. And based on the measurements, they should work for him. And so if they fit him, then what I'm going to do is basically just sew like lining, like the absorbent stuff that I did in the ones that didn't work, and put the absorbent stuff in there and call it a day. So we'll see. Yeah, how they make him like super muscly. This is another picture. This made me giggle. Because evidently, I guess it helps lift your bum. And I didn't know that was the thing that guys worried about. No hate. Oh, you sat up. Pippin is laying in the hallway. I don't know if Artie's still in here. But, like, she was blocking her. Alright. Like I said in my going live announcement, I'm waiting for a phone call back from my vet. So whenever they call, I'm gonna have to, like, I might just turn off my mic and, like, chill here. And keep dotting. I don't know. It'll depend. We'll play it by ear. So I'm not gonna do Pikachu. I'm saving Pikachu. Oh. No, that wasn't an... Really? Alright, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm not crashing out, you are. Then again, maybe all of us are. I don't really know. You're right, I am. So, I ended up reaching out to the dog food company. Hey, Petrichor. To kind of just be like, respectfully, what the hell? You know, my dog has been on this diet for years. I was paying all this money. Why? If he's got all of these stones, why? Like, what was the point? And I was nice and I was kind and I was, you know, but I was, I guess, just, I spoke from the heart. And, you know, just kind of the frustration of the cost of everything and how the cost of their food keeps going up. And how, you know, they kind of have those of us who are required to give this to our dogs, like, in a chokehold because we don't have any other options. And then to find out that that option didn't even work, like, what are we doing? And the person that I got was very nice. And I told her ahead of time, streaking and painting my nails. I should take a picture of this before. What are you swishing your tail at so angrily over there? Huh? But I just kind of expressed my disappointment. And I was kind of surprised. She was like, you know, she asked a couple of questions. And then she asked me for my email. And she said, you know, if your dog does end up needing surgery for this, your vet can send like records and diagnostics to the food company. And it takes like 8 to 12 weeks. But evidently it would be reviewed and we might get a possible partial reimbursement. So, okay. I mean, I need to go into the surgery. Like, if the vet says that yes, surgery is what we need to do, I need to go into it believing that we're going to pay 100% and not that the company's going to be paying anything. Like, we need to make that assessment if it's doable for us to, you know, manage on our own, because they could deny it. But it was nice that they have a thing. It's nice that this person was compassionate and understanding and, you know, sent it over. So I've been like struggling because there's a part of me, like someone on our Instagram video, and I know that this was not said with any kind of ill intent. This is actually extremely, like someone's just offering their thoughts. But it's so hard for me because this person says, based on the information that you've provided here, I would say that getting the surgery is going to be the most beneficial for everyone. At least for now, he's stable. You negated the risk of rushing into emergency surgery but you would negate the risk of rushing into emergency surgery in the future where he might not be stable. Sure, there is potential for them to form again, but this also removes the risk of the ones that are currently there. If you have the money for it and he is otherwise healthy for his age, go for it. Plus, it is a short recovery window, typically only 2 to 3 weeks. And I know that it was said in kindness, but I have done this recovery before with him, and it might have only been 2 to 3 weeks. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was when we were living in our apartment. It was when James was home. It was still a lot. And now I am alone with 3 other animals that need me. And I don't, there's a part of me that goes, I don't know if I could handle 2 to 3 weeks of like intensive surgery recovery. And then he did this. Like, I was just sitting working on stuff. And he just puts his little head and I'm like, yeah, I would do anything for you. God, I'm tired. No, I know what it was in reference to. Sorry, I don't mean to just keep coming on here and crying. I just literally can think of nothing else, and I don't have a solution. I don't have an answer. I don't know where. It's just peeled weird, so. No, I know. I just feel bad because, like, no one. I don't know. I know in the past, talking about issues I'm going through IRL on stream tends to make people avoid my stream. So I'm trying really hard not to. So I guess pivoting Pivoting from my stuff. Did you see what Flava Flav did? Cause like, golly, I love it. Wait, I didn't hear it. Why didn't I hear it? Smoothie, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I saw it. You didn't hear anything either. Hang on. Wait, you did tea yesterday? Wait, okay. If you guys do these things and it doesn't make a sound, please don't feel bad letting me know, okay? Let me... Please, please, please don't feel bad about that, because I put it there so that it would... But thank you for the tea yesterday. I'm sorry that I missed it. Oh, so Flava Flav, in case you missed it, because, you know, things are just a dumpster fire, right? And Trump is a big man-child and a gross human being, which we already knew. He like made locker room jokes with the men, the men's hockey team about how he's going to have to invite them over, you know, to congratulate them on their gold. But he guesses he also has to invite the women or he'll get impeached. You mean the women's hockey team who also won gold, who have won gold more times than the men's hockey team have won gold? Like, because the men have been around in the Olympic hockey team, the hockey games, for since hockey was introduced. The women's hockey has only been in the Olympics for the last 3 Olympics, and guess who's won gold the last 3 Olympics? The U.S. women's, which means that they have a higher success rate than the men. And the guys in the locker room started laughing, and they're like, yeah, and then, you know, USA, and all this embarrassing shit. Well, the women's hockey team declined to go to the White House. Flava Flav said, no, I'll tell you what. You guys come to Vegas. I'll throw you a party. And the women's team RSVP'd yes to him. Hang on, wait, I'll find it. It made me so happy. It made me so happy because here, and then on his comment, right, tons of other companies started being like, oh, you're gonna go to Vegas, we'll fly you there for free on us. Oh, well, if you're gonna be there, you need a place to stay. You can stay at our hotel, also on us. And it's beautiful. Yeah. Is that they do it with less resources and less support. Correct. Hang on. I'll copy the link. But I'll also show it to you guys. It helps if I copy a link. Copy link. I love this content creator. I've had to skip a couple of her videos recently just because in order to like protect my peace a little bit, I've had to like kind of pull back a little bit from like the general kerfuffle of the world. Hi, Neophyte Lady, how are you? But hang on. She's amazing. Highly recommend. She does talk a lot about religion, so if that is something that, but about how people get things wrong in religion, not in support. So just as like a heads up, that's not in this video, but if that sort of thing is triggering or stressful for you, it's just good to know. Let me see if I can get sound on this. Hang on. Hang on. This was just like one of the best like compilations. Love the follower emotes. Oh, thank you. Thank you for lurking too. I love this woman. Same.
Jerk, but it does pay to be a queen. Because we all saw the U.S. men's team and the administration be like, hey, women's hockey. Look what happened. Flava Flav comes out and says the U.S. women's hockey team wants a real celebration and invite. I'll host them in Las Vegas. Do some nice dinners and shows and good times. I'm sure I can get a hotel and airline to help me out here and celebrate these women for real, for real. That's an ally right there. Oh, excuse me. Alaska Airlines joins the chat. Let's chat. Don't mind if I do, says Resorts World. Resorts World Las Vegas would be honored to host the entire USA hockey team. We'll provide the hotel rooms, meals, any amenity they're interested in, including an amazing spa treatment. Amika coming in saying, we're going to send over some products for the queens. StubHub slides into the DMs with, we've got the tickets to Vegas shows covered. And they've even got a glam squad. Now, Mr. Flav, I would love to know what airlines and hotels support this and support this endeavor and support our women's hockey team, because I have a lot of travel coming up this year and I want to support the brands who support us. Thank you for that, man. At the White House. I need you to listen.
And then she ends with, I hope that the men's hockey team has a great time at the White House. But then what's iconic is that he came and he commented, oh, is it not here? He commented on her video a list of all of the companies that have stepped up so far. Like, he commented all of them. And, like, Elf makeup was one, which I love their products, and I love, like, they tend to be on, like, the right side of things. So it was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, you love finding out that, like, places that, or companies that you like are worth the support, if that makes sense. But like a whole bunch of different places, airlines, hotels, food places, just all of it. So I just love though that they were like, and that the women accepted this invite, that they're like, yeah, we'll be there. Iconic. They're gonna have such a good time. It's gonna be like so much better celebrating there. But I just love how, like, all of these people who, you know, I don't know, I just feel like growing up, like, he and Snoop were always, like, talked bad about. And I love that they're finally, like, I don't know, I guess they're real personalities. They're real, like, who they are is being allowed to show so well and clearly, and, like, I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to see people realizing that I feel like a lot of times like, Flava looks rough. Like, he, you know, the tattoos and the like, all of that stuff, like, some people are like, oh no, that makes this person a bad... No, it doesn't make a person a bad person to have tattoos. It doesn't make, like, just the... Did he? No! No, he didn't! Well, forget what I said. Fuck Snoop. Gross, man! Why? Why do people suck? Won't get into, yeah. Was he? See, I honestly did not pay much attention to any of that stuff because I was disassociating too hard. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, why? Hi, Tigress. You know what's weird, silly? I can't approve that message. Because MAGA is a blocked word. Because I don't feel like dealing with those people. But I can't approve it. Evidently, Silly said supported Black Panther and is now with MAGA. Gross. Gross. That's weird though that I can't approve it. It must be because like I made it like it's a block term in general. Because I don't have time to deal with those people. They're not here to engage or learn or grow. Did you all also see the quilting show that recently happened? And all the quilters were mad. And they put their stuff, their anger into their quilts. And someone posted about it, and someone tagged a like a quilt shop that the person who posted the video was sponsored by, and was like, just in case you want to know the kind of people that you're sponsoring, and the this quilt shop was like, thanks for letting us know. Yeah, we definitely like to make sure that we're supporting the right side of things. And then they laid into this person who was clearly on the other side of the fence, and I was like, oh, I love it. Oh, that's great. I don't know if I can find that. Oops. Here we go. Oh, I shouldn't play the music because it'll probably get... But I can grab a link to this too if anyone wants to see it. So, yeah. These quilters... I love it. We love it. We love it. But then this absolutely killed me, right? Like, where this person thought that they were, like, making a big thing. And the company goes, it's your lucky day because I've got great news for you. Multiple companies are thoughtfully evaluating how ambassadors represent their brand and the broader impact that representation has in the quilting community. And they are saying no fucking way to ICE-supporting, MAGA-loving, pedophile-excusing, trans-hating, dog whistle-blowing, science-denying culture warriors. This person thought that they were gonna get this person in trouble for for being a brand ambassador, and instead absolutely ate the other person. And I'm like, I don't need quilt fabric, but the icon. That's the video if you guys want to check out the quilts. They're beautiful. They're usually better aligned with my values, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sad that, like, it hasn't been cold enough for me to wear my hat anywhere other than shoveling my own driveway, which I did. I did wear my hat outside to do my clean my driveway off. But it's warm today. all things considered. It also could just be that I'm stressed. And therefore I'm running warmer. Wait, what happened with your pup? Any kind of red hat? Ooh, okay. Oh, space surgery. Okay. Okay. That's still stressful, but you know, something planned, not like Patch here. Where it's like, surprise, guess what? Fix a problem. I hope that she's doing okay. Lurkin, no worries. Thanks for the lurk. Also, hi, Procrasticrafting. I don't think I said hi to you, just agreed with what you were saying. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, also, let me see if this will work. You know why, chat? Hold on. Somehow the volume got turned off. Here was Calliopes yesterday that we missed. Cuties. Man. There we go. Nailed it. Also, hi, Raccoon. Y'all, I have just had, like, a perpetual headache. I took Tylenol, like, and muscle aches because I had to freaking shovel heavy snow again. And then just everything going on with Patch. So this is your reminder to relax your shoulders or unclench your jaw. And also to take the medicine if it's, you know, needed. I already took Tylenol. I don't want to take more right now. Yay, it worked! Clive, thank you for the 250 bits. The snow is basically melting at this point. It's warm. And so, you know, luckily doing it the way that I did meant that it was basically like 3 inches or so each time instead of like the 6 inches total that we got. So even though it was heavy, it was whatever. Honestly, I think that the headaches and things are more just from everything else going on. I've had to go to PetSmart 3 times in the last 48 hours. Because the sizing of their stuff makes no sense. And it was my bad for not paying attention to numbers on one package. really want to try. Perfect. I would love for teleportation to be a thing, because, like, James was looking at flights to just, like, come home. Just in case, you know? And it's expensive. It's really changed when we're not looking, yeah. But, like, I could so use a hug and someone else to, like, just do everything for, like, a week. So, Thursday, I will not be streaming, because I'm taking Maple and Artie to the vet. Artie needs a booster shot, Maple needs a checkup and some shots, and I need them to look at his teeth. So for video game day, we could do it tomorrow, and I wanted to know if you guys wanted me to do Animal Crossing, or I know that the House Flipper game, the remaster, came out with a demo. So we could try the demo out since the full game hasn't been released. And I figured I would see what you guys would prefer to do. Not great. You know, I tried it on and I thought that it was good, and then I made it in, like, the real fabric, and everything was way too big and was like a dress on him. So I have something else coming in the mail to attempt, and I might be sewing some stuff into it. At some point, I might try to alter the one that I made already. It's tricky when your model doesn't want to stand still, and you can't really use, like, pins on a dog because they don't stand still, you know? So you don't want them to accidentally get poked by sewing machine pins. I don't know how it went so bad. I really thought that I had done an okay job, but it just reminded me that I am not necessarily a seamstress. Like, I can sew, and I can follow patterns, and I can draft patterns, but evidently drafting them on a not cooperating model, I should have just taken some measurements and figured things out based on my measurements, but instead I did it in a way that didn't work out. And I'm kind of mad at myself because I used, like, my good fabric for it, you know? Like, I didn't mind using the good fabric because I thought it was going to work. I should have just... Well, no, I guess I could have just cut out a second prototype and sewn that all up first beforehand, but... Yeah, I could add snaps, I can add, elastic, but I think I still am going to need to, like, trim some of it. I can show you. It's pretty funny. Oh, game is Animal Crossing, or there's the new House Flipper. The demo is out for the remaster. Here you go, Tigress. So yeah, I can shrink it down. It's really big. And after spending 3 hours on it yesterday, I just cannot care. I basically rolled up my nice new rug that my parents got us for Christmas. And there's like Nature's Miracle in all the rooms. And he has like a doggy diaper on, but it doesn't really stay put. And so I just perpetually am wiping with a paper towel and cleaning behind him and a walk of shame. House Flipper demo? Okay. Yeah, I'm good with doing it. That's why I asked. If I was like, no, I want to play Animal Crossing and nothing else, I wouldn't have asked you what you guys thought. I just would have done it. But I'm kind of excited about checking out the demo. So I just mostly wanted to see if you guys were like, I'm really vibing with the Animal Crossing content. Keep it up. Because again, I'm quite enjoying the Animal Crossing content too, but how is he today? You know, if he wasn't dripping pee everywhere, you wouldn't know that anything was going on. He was snuggly and gave me a ton of kisses and ate his breakfast, peed and pooped. So if it wasn't for the $1,000 vet bill that we acquired this weekend and the fact that he, every time like that he gets up or like sneezes or whatever, you'd never know. Has problems with the original, had no problems when the second was free. I mean, I would say give it a shot. Worst case, you can always uninstall it. You know? But I also discovered that I evidently can't keep the gate by the front door closed when the cats are out. We have a gate there because it's just easier when you're coming in and out with like packages, or if like you're opening the door for someone to not have to worry about an animal underfoot, rushing out, whatever. Last night I was in here trying to let Artie finish eating her food before I let Pippin out. And she disappeared, and I figured she went to go get puppy water. And all of a sudden I heard, I'm like, is that a gate? Like, did I leave the kitchen gate open? Did she get stuck in the kitchen again? And I go out. She wasn't in the kitchen, chat. This gate was closed. Latched. Locked. She squeezed her body and her head through one of these openings and then couldn't get out and could not squeeze herself the same way, I guess. Or, I don't know, she lost the brain cell. But she's just sitting there like, Mom, and I'm like, I had it closed because I had brought in, like, the snow stuff. And I'm like, girl, what? What? No, so I rewound the video. Because we have the camera, and you can see her walk. And I like, kept the camera here. Because I'm like, maybe she climbed on the couch and hopped over. Like, and I looked. And within, like, a minute or so, I appear, and I found her. So, no, she didn't jump or climb it. Because, like, you don't see anything, right? Like, you can see her now. You can see her shadow. Don't know how she got there. Because now, here I come. Hold on. Wait. In my pajamas, and I'm like, girl, what? Did I cut the... Oh, no, there I am. That's because I was taking a picture to send James. I'm like, what? Girl. So yeah, that gate is now open at overnight. She evidently squeezed herself through this gate at the front door. I don't know how. Also, hi, Emily. I don't know if I should call our vet on this stretch break. Just to see if they've gotten a chance to look over. Like, I know that they are busy today because they were closed yesterday. No, I just don't want to be annoying. And, like, I know that they're the vet and that's, like, their job is to answer stuff, but I don't know. I'm a perpetual worrier. I never want to be a burden. I also got a letter from the state talking about how since my pet came into contact, or since my pet is unvaccinated and came into contact with a potentially rabid animal, here's what you... And I'm like, I'm sorry. So, I know that they're writing about Tigger, and I know that, you know, they have to check in, blah, blah. Not my pet. I don't want it in the system that my pets are unvaccinated or not, like, Literally, I'm taking Artie to the vet on Wednesday, or Thursday, sorry, I don't know the day of the week anymore, to literally get her vaccines, like, So, I filled out the paperwork, you know, like, they asked if, you know, you're housing the pet on your property, you know, like, how they're being housed, if they are being boarded, where, blah, blah. There was a spot where, like, I could put my phone number. I put the shelter's phone number where he's being kept. I put, like, their information and, like, this is how you can contact them. This is who to speak to. And then I went ahead and I wrote a 2-page handwritten letter. And I'm like, I don't even know if you're going to read this. But once again, you guys want me to read it? Like, hold on. Two pages. Yes? Alright. I said, hi, I'm not sure that you'll read anything but the letter you asked for, but it is worth a shot. Tigger is not my pet. My animals are vaccinated and kept indoors. Tigger was an unaltered male cat, someone allowed to roam, adding to the feral cat population and getting into fights because his owners never took care of him. He is not microchipped, and no one claimed him after several posts on both Nextdoor and Facebook community and state lost and found pages. So I reached out to Redacted for help. They told me if I brought him in, they would keep him on stray hold. I did not redact it, obviously, in the thing. I'm just not telling you guys. To look for his owners and to treat his injuries. I spoke to multiple people who assured me that this would be the case. Then get a call that that if I can't house him, he would be euthanized in a no-kill shelter, a friendly cat. I couldn't quarantine him in my home with my own pets, so he went into a cage in the garage. Not ideal, but better than being killed. I then spent the next 48 hours calling and emailing every shelter in the state until thankfully, other redacted, agreed to take him in, give him proper medical attention, in parentheses, redacted one, didn't even tell me where his puncture wounds were. When I asked, they said, oh, well, you said he had them. He wasn't even checked out. When I asked what rabies warnings to watch for, all I was told was he'll be scared of water. I asked what else, and they told me to, quote, Google it. He was then returned to me in a cage with a urine-filled bowl, though I guess that's no surprise when the dogs in their main entrance were sitting in their own fecal matter. A shelter staff member even got water from a fountain next to them, looked at the mess, and left. I was waiting over 30 minutes after that for the discharge paperwork, and no one came to clean up the fecal matter right by the front door. Anyway, I digress. My pets are vaccinated. One is going this week to our vet, I put the name, while another is getting a dental cleaning. I do not wish to be in your system as someone with animals not being cared for, especially since I am the one doing TNR to try and help animals that aren't even mine. Thank you, Megan. Like, maybe you should go check out this shelter. And, like, I get it that they're probably understaffed, but that was actually perfect. Thanks. I wrote that after everything went wrong with my sewing project yesterday, because I evidently just needed to vent some frustrations that I've been having the last couple of weeks. Because, yo, what the hell is this? What is this that's going on in my life right now? Absolute trash. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Just always boggles the mind how, like, all of these, government agencies don't care that these animals are, like, out there, you know, unfixed, getting into fights. And as soon as someone tries to do the right thing, all of a sudden it's now something that they're concerned about. And you're like, literally, what? Make it make sense. Alright. I saw that ads were coming up and I snoozed them so that I could finish reading my thing. But I'm going to let them play. I'm going to call the vet. And I'm also going to go get a Gatorade because my headache might be because I'm still dehydrated. Just in case. So, yeah. Anyway, when we get back, we'll come back to this. It's hard to see, like, one of the blues that I did a ton of is, like, it's very similar in color to, like, the majority of the canvas, and I feel like it's hard to tell that I did anything, but whatever. Alright, words on stream. I'll BRB. Alright. Thank you all for waiting. It was kind of like I expected, which is that they were just really swamped. But evidently the doctor did look at his stuff, like his imaging and all of that, and they said that, you know, the options are either surgery, or just observing and seeing if he becomes obstructed again, and going from there. And I said, did they think that he was a good candidate for surgery based on his age, medical history, blah blah. And they were like, did he have blood work done at the emergency vet? And I said no, because it was ridiculously overpriced, because emergency vet. And they were like, no, gotcha, like, understood. And they were like, I know it's last minute, but can you bring him in tomorrow at 5? And I was like, no, yeah, that's fine. So evidently they're gonna do blood work on him tomorrow, check him out. Because the blood work will let us know if he is a good candidate for surgery, and they'll come up with an estimate for surgery. So, evidently, I won't be streaming tomorrow or Thursday because I'm just gonna be living at the vet with my animals. I don't even think that our care credit has that much left on it for me to use. But I guess I'll figure out how I'm paying for it later. I swear, every time that we start to make progress, everything goes to shit. Especially because I think that Maple's gonna need dental work done, and I'm gonna have to take him alone. And he's anxious, and I'm anxious, and it's just not gonna go well. Hi, Big Harry. How are you? No, you're fine, Emily. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I will pay for any of this or survive a 2 to 3 week recovery period with a senior dog alone. I always think this is... When I think about that person who was rude when I tried to say that there are a lot of negatives with joining the military, And they were like, it just sounds like you're jaded and hateful and your husband could do better. This is it. This is it. My husband's doing grunt work at a military base across the country because his class doesn't start for a while yet and he can't come home. And yeah, I'm angry at him and the military. And I don't give a shit if someone's like, oh, it sounds like you're hateful. No. Be chronically ill. Have vertigo and hives and a million health things going on. And now have senior animals. Like, it just, oh, well, then don't have animals. Well, then don't. I never wanted this. And then I'm like, it's selfish of me to be like, I don't want to deal with, like, the surgery and the recovery on my own, because, like, what if it gets us more good years with him? But what if it doesn't? Like, I just... And I don't have a choice. Oh, your military spouses are so strong. Yeah, well... We don't have an option. I can't stop. Even if my body desperately wants me to.
Hugs.
Calliope, thank you for gifting a pattern. Type exclamation point enter. To enter to win. It's a cross-stitch pattern. I love this one. There's cutie little bees and Norman, and he's selling honey. Sorry, it's not really great. Anything. Anyway, go ahead. Make sure that you guys enter. And thank you, Calliope, for gifting a pattern. That was very sweet of you. I'm sorry that it was it was done while I was a freaking mess. Congratulations! Go ahead and fill out the link there, and you'll get a copy of your pattern. Thank you again for gifting a pattern to chat. I appreciate it. Not the one random yellow in with all the blue. What were you doing? Oh, really? You being a troublemaker? Hi. Hi, Mom. Working on a Pikachu Diamond Dot.
Eily.
Eily. Mom, I'm taking Patch to the vet tomorrow at 5. Just so you know. They, I guess, want the blood work that we didn't have done at the emergency vet. And to figure out if he's a candidate for surgery. Hi, YCC. How are you? How was your stream? Oh, it's been a rough one here. What were you getting up to? Also, hi, Half to Happy. Welcome. Oh, okay. Can I write down Yarn Crafter's Corner? No? I'm not allowed. Only pets for the kitty. Debating colors for a crochet sweater. Ooh, nice. Are you making up the pattern for the sweater, or do you have a link that you'd like to share? I just want to write her name on a star, Pippin. No? Ooh, feel free to share it. I'd love to see. We're, working on Diamond Dot Pikachu. I was just filling chat in on what my vet said. So, sorry that you came in while the mood is a little somber. I'm just... Patch ended up at the emergency vet over the weekend. And I have to cancel stream tomorrow to take him to our vet. And then Thursday, I was already not streaming because the girl, or Maple and Pippin, or Maple and Artemis have to go to the vet just for checkups, shots. And I think Maple's gonna need dental surgery. So I am not doing well. I am trying to hold it together and doing a piss poor job of it. Where the hell did my pen go? Yeah, it's a bit rough here. I don't know where my pink pen went. And to think that big baby was afraid of everything, I know. Oh, you're not interested in me anymore? Oh, hi. Do you want this? Yeah. Oh, did you share a link? I'm sorry. You did. Let me go look. Ooh. Are you using that yarn, or are you using your own? It's pretty though. Oh no, you said that you're figuring out colors, so you're using your own. Duh, Megan. I found my pen. Hooray. I caught one. It's a big one. Oh no, it got off the hook. I'm gonna be spending so much time at my vet this week. Oh my god. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, but what am I gonna do? There's no one else here. It's up to me. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't say hi to any of you raiders. I'm Megan. I promise it's a lot more upbeat here usually. I am just on the struggle bus. Anyone who has pets understands. My Dalmatian is a senior. He's gonna be 12. He went to the emergency vet over the weekend for bladder obstruction, his second time in his life. And that obstruction was fixed, but they did x-rays and found that evidently his food, which is supposed to be like preventing stones and stuff,
I found my people.
well, he has like more than 60 stones in his bladder right now. Thank you for that follow. I'm so sorry. Appreciate it. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. My husband is deployed. It's just me. I'm floundering. I'm a chronically ill, anxious human being who was already at her limit. And then it was like, oh hey, you know the curler in the Olympics who like booped the stone? That was me. I just got booped right over the edge. Just right on over. Anyway, I'm usually cross-stitching, crocheting, or knitting. We do things like diamond dots, miniatures. Yesterday I was sewing. I was attempting to sew a pattern. I didn't have a pattern. I was attempting to sew some diapers because now my male dog is just leaking on top of everything else. So, you know, it's just crafty. There's pets. You got, this is Pippin. Pippin was a feral cat who moved in, well, not this past November, the November before. Yeah, she's been inside for a full year. And then we have 2 other cats and our Dalmatian patch. Yeah, Paralympics are starting soon. That was definitely the universe just disrespecting, pushing me past my limit. Hi, MSV, how are you? Oh. I'm doing H, yeah. Right there. I got a Diamond Art Club kit. I actually have 2. And I'm ready to, like, start working on it, but I opened it up and was shocked to see how big it was. So I need to figure out how I'm going to store it in between dotting sessions. And we had already started Pikachu here, so we were like, well, we're gonna finish Pikachu in the meantime, so. Yeah. That's what we're doing today. We were talking about the rest of the week's stream plans, but evidently the rest of my week's plans are hanging out at the vet's office. That's an expensive plan. Yeah. Oh, you have an Evolution Diamond Dot painting? I have an Evolution cross-stitch kit it's a cross-stitch pattern, I should say. That's just about kitted up. I'm also trying to finish a full coverage cross-stitch piece before I start another full coverage cross-stitch piece, so. I haven't worked on that in a few days. I should do that tonight. At least there's Pikachu to keep you company, yep. How big? Oh, for the Diamond Art Club? Patch, buddy, go lie down. I don't know why you're crying. You peed and pooped, though, so... If you're asking how big the Diamond Art Club is, I can tell you. I can pull that up. Yeah, the Diamond Art Club is the one that's, like, ready to go is the one that is the 2 cats. It's called Cats in Love. And I got it because it looked like Pippin and Artemis. And I had to get it. But then I opened it up and saw how big it was and kind of questioned all of my life's decisions up until that moment. Oh, there we go. There we go. That is big. And then I have another one that's about that same size as well. Wait, I think I have 2 more. I just realized. Y'all, where am I gonna put these things? There are so many people who do, like, multiples of these. Where am I gonna put them? Hold on. Like, for the same reason? Yeah, here you go. Hold on. There's one. Oh no, Espeon. So yeah, this is one. This is the Cats in Love one. And it looks just like Artemis and Pippin. Hold on, some bigger art of it. Right? Had to get it. And then I got this one too. I got these on like Black Friday. This to me is what our community, oh, you guys can't see it because the wrapping's on it. Hold on, I'll just pull up the website. And then I also got Kiki's delivery service, but the wrapping's on that too. Hold on. What is this one called? Espeon, so help me God. This is... Start hanging them on the ceiling. This was one of them. Because this to me, I'm like, this is us. This is here we are. Look, there's cats. There's books. There's a quilt. And it's like a little gnome girl. And I was like, this feels like what the moat, that's what I want it to feel like here. It's just a cozy, like, underground space. And then the other one that I got is this one. This one my husband told me to get because this is his favorite movie. Or one of. This is from Kiki's Delivery Service. This is called Under the Stairs. And yeah. I got them all on sale though. I got my mom a Smurf one from them. Oh no, they're gorgeous. Yeah. They're beautiful. They're huge, but they're lovely. Yeah. That's why I'll, like, go back and forth between works in progress. Just, like, grab something. Hi. Are you gonna sit on that piece of paper? I love her. She says, it's square, I sit on it. I have no idea why he's crying, other than the fact that I went in there like 20 times yesterday to like measure him. She is too cute. A carousel horse? Oh! That's cool. You'll have to share a picture. I'd love to see what that looks like. If anyone wants to, by the way, you can come join our Discord. I love seeing all the stuff you guys are working on and pictures of your pets and just general chit chat. She's just sitting on that little piece of paper that had, I guess, gotten knocked off my desk. Sesame Street friends for your son. It's getting boring now. 7 diamond art release paper squares left to complete. Oh, you're almost done. That's exciting. I have no idea how many of those squares you typically use in a piece, though, to be honest. Because I've never used them before. But I know people who have. Like, you're past the halfway point. I know that much. 16. Well, then you're definitely, like, getting close. Gosh, I completely forgot to say, YCC, if you need to raid and run, I hope that you already have. But definitely make sure you take care of yourself after your stream. Y'all are welcome to lurk or chat. We're very lurker friendly. And again, I feel like the atmosphere, this is not the usual vibe. This is Megan just stressed to the max. I shouldn't say that, because as soon as I say that, some god of equality is going to be like, oh, you think that you're stressed to the max? Bet. Bet. Watch. You know? Taking down the stream stuff, gotcha. Suffering blue burnout. Nothing wrong with changing it up then. Working on a different project. I feel like this camera angle is not picking up the color that I'm doing, like the blue, but That's whatever. It's happening. Yeah, the bottom's done and we're doing this part here. Oh, I hate when tech problems happen. That's always annoying. Like a cat. That doesn't give you a headache. Yeah. It's rude when our bodies don't cooperate with the crafts we like to do. So you came in late, Kit Kat, and then you started streaking? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you for the 75 stream streak. That's wild. Never stop. I'm chaos. That's fine. This is the kind of chaos. I welcome that kind of chaos, Kit Kat, because the other kind that I'm dealing with right now, I'm gonna crash out pretty soon. I mean, I kind of already did. I've been crying like on and off non-stop since Sunday. Sometimes even live. Oh, Lord. It's great. Almost 2 hours? Oh, no. That's 2 hours? For glasses fitting? That's crazy that anyone's waiting that kind of time. Yeah. It's hard because I'll go from like, no, this is the right call. Or no, this is the right call. And it changes like constantly. And then he does stuff like this. When you're just sitting on the couch. And I'm like, I would burn the whole world down for him. Like, try to schedule a time to get to, yeah. What's hard is that I don't have really anyone to, like, you know, do all the daily stuff. Like, my parents are coming up this week to help me bring the cats to the vet. to take me to get blood work, because I need to get blood work for myself. But, like, you know, just all the everyday stuff, the laundry. Like, oh my god, I've got 2 hampers full of laundry that haven't been done. You know, it's just all of those little things that just pile up while you're trying to put out fire after fire all around you. I know. Well, that was part of it too, where James was like trying to figure out if he could come home before his class started just to like help a little and, you know, go to like the vet with me and, you know, figure out all of these big decisions so that, I mean, I know that we can talk on the phone and it's not really alone, but like you're alone, you know? And it was so expensive. And I told him, I said, listen, if you're coming home to be there for me and to take care of me, I said, I love you, but you don't have to. I was like, would I love it and would I welcome it? Yes. I was like, but if you're coming home because you're not going to be okay if like something ends up happening to Patch and you didn't get to like say goodbye, we'll figure out the money issue. And he was like, I mean, it's more that I want to be there for you. And I get that. You know, Patch was the first dog that I ever picked out. For better or worse, I guess. Turd. You know, Coco was his dog. Like, they're obviously both of ours, and, you know, we were both distraught losing Coco, but, like, you know, I kind of held up the pieces a little bit while he fell more apart. I feel like it'll be kind of the opposite here. Whenever. Not that I'm wishing that to happen, but just it's the kind of reality right now. That was a Pippin hair. Aw, girl. That's kind of sweet. Normally it's Artie's hair. I can tell because it was long, but it wasn't like my kind of hair. Like it wasn't human hair. I don't know. Yeah, Pippin says Artie's always in the artwork. It's my turn. Ooh, this is a nice bright blue. That's a happy color. Can you guys see that one a little better? No, none of this. If I bring this down, does that help? She's in that heated bed. 9 times out of 10. Which is sweet. I'm glad that she loves it. She'll play with her toys for a little while, and then she's like, time to lie in here. Actually, I have a video for you guys. So, besides getting stuck behind the gate last night, this was the other thing she was doing. Hang on. Alright, ready? That's her crinkle ball in her mouth. Can you hear her? If you can't, hold on. Wait. Hang on. And then she came out of the cave. She brought it originally into the tunnel there. And then she came out of the tunnel. Still screaming. And brought it into the heated house. That's where she is right now, is in that heated cubby. So here, hold on, I'll let you guys hear that one too, because that was loud. Yeah. So that's where she is, in that heated bed. Possibly with her ball. I don't know. What a goober. Honestly, though, hearing her, like, scream like that again has been just the best after she was so unwell for so long. Like, for her to be like, I'm happy and I have my favorite things and I'm gonna scream about it. Like, oh my god, best feeling ever. She's also the only one that does that. Like, Maple will meow loudly sometimes, so will Pippin. Pippin has, like, a loud meow. But she's the only one that, like, caterwauls like that, where she just, like, holds something in her mouth and screams about it. I love it too. Scared the crap out of me the first time she did it. Because I had only ever heard that with outside cats when they were either in heat or fighting. Or screaming at it, and I was like, oh my god, is she hurt? Is something wrong? And I remember coming, like, running into my office and, like, throwing the door open, and she's standing there with her mouse in her mouth, and she just, like, and, like, looks at me, and I'm like, what are we doing? What? And she's just like, oh, hey, what's up? And then acted like nothing was going on, and you're just standing there like, oh, you're fine, okay. Glad you're okay. What are you doing? And I mean, she's always had a camera on her in the office because when she was when she was first brought in and injured, we needed to like keep an eye on her. And so I rewound the camera and just saw her, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she was just like, this is my toy. I love it. You're like, all right. Out of context, you're like, what? Yeah. Yeah. Now that I know, I just giggle. Like, if I'm somewhere else in the house and I hear her, I'm like, oh, she's having a great time. But that first time, my stomach dropped. I'm like, oh my god, she's like dying like something is wrong. And I come like busting down the door and she's just like, hey, what's up? Hi, Gina. Alright, evidently it's ad time. And I'm rolling over thing on the floor. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick stretch break, get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit at my desk and drink some more Gatorade because it's helping my headache. Okay. And I'll be back right after these messages. Thanks for waiting through ads. I appreciate them. Or appreciate you for sitting through them. You know what I mean. Alrighty. I also ran and got a sweater because I'm a little chilly. So, thanks for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. I put a few things away and grabbed a handful of Nerds gummy clusters. So, you know. You know what I kind of hate about, like, the whole words on stream? Like, you can scan the QR code with your phone, and then you can play the game on your phone during ads, which would be great if they showed you the letters on that screen. If you scan that little QR code and you join, like, to play the game, it doesn't tell you what letters there are. So, like, because, like, that would be a really good way to get around the, you know, like, I don't care. I'm not playing the ads to, like, you know, like, I use them as mandatory stretch breaks, because when I get in the zone, I will craft, I will not stop, and then all of a sudden it's been 3 hours of stream, and I stand up and I'm like, oh my god, everything hurts. I wasn't moving or doing anything. So, like, yeah, they're good for me in that sense, because I move, and I don't just sit. But, like, that's why I encourage you guys to get up, too. Like, walk around, go get your snacks, like, take a break from whatever you're doing, because you're not missing anything. I don't know why they don't show the letters. Completely forgot about my gifted sub. Oh no, you're good. Faster response on, yeah. Ads are playing, it's useless. Agreed. I don't know why they don't show you the letters. It doesn't make any sense. Because, like, obviously you're connected, you're playing the game with other people. It's not like they're trying to, like, save... I don't know. Did, like, 6 threads of my cross stitch. My shoulders are killing you. Yeah. It's hard, because I feel like a lot of us get locked in when we're crafting, because, like, we're really enjoying what we're doing. And it's easy for time to just slip by without realizing it. And so, honestly, like, the the mandatory ads every hour on Twitch, I was originally super annoyed. And then I was like, wait, this is actually a great thing. Like, yeah, it's annoying for you guys. And I hate that there have to be ads. But at the same time, I was like, I have to, like, stop. I have to stop and do something else for at least a little bit. Because I always try to make sure that I'm not doing anything during an ad break, so that, you know, people who aren't subscribed aren't missing anything. Because I always hate, like, watching someone and they, like, do stuff right through the ads. And I get it that not everyone can, like, stop what they're doing. Like, there are times I'm playing a game and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, I can't snooze ads anymore, I can't stop what's happening, like, I get it. But other times I'm like, no, wait, I can't afford to sub to everyone. I wish I could. I wish I could support all my friends like that. But, like, wait for me. You're determined to finish 2 colors? You're painting? What are you painting? I like this one. I think this is such a cute picture. I needed to do, like, something kind of mindless today. Because, like, my brain is just... it feels like scrambled eggs up there. So diamond dotting is nice. Oh, you're diamond painting on an easel. Gotcha, gotcha. That's a smart idea. We're making good progress. I kind of want to look at, like, the Diamond Art Club maybe when I'm done with this section. I'm kind of curious if most sections are, like, big blocks of color. I don't know. It feels like it's gonna take me, like, forever to do. And it's funny because they list on the website, like, the size of the finished, you know, like, the canvas. I saw the number and I read it and I was like, yeah, that's whatever. And I have seen other people diamond dot those pieces before, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone like hold it up the way I did in that clip. And so that was kind of where I went like, oh no. Is it really? Do you have a picture? The dog that I'm talking about earlier on stream that's having all the health issues, he's a Dalmatian. I love him. I have done one Dalmatian diamond art, or diamond dot, I should say. It's not Diamond Art Club. I need to actually get frames for my diamond art pieces. I need to, like, seal them and then put them in frames and, like, hang them up. Because the ones that I finished are just, like, sitting on top of each other on a shelf. Yeah! If you have a link, you can post it here in chat. You can also share it in Discord. But yeah, hold on. This was him earlier, being really cute and very sweet. And then here he is enjoying the snow that we got. Maybe enjoying it too deeply. His name is Patch. Not Diamond Art Club literally messaging me right now. Bestie. Please. I'm already overwhelmed by how much I have to do. Now is not the time to be like, hey, we restocked. Look at him. He's just a bubba's. He's gonna be 12 in June. So what a sleepy boy, I know. Because I'm like sitting here trying to make these god-awful decisions. Right? The ones that all of us as pet parents have to eventually make. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to put him through this, or us through this, or it's a lot of money just for the same thing that could happen again. What it like, and on. And then he goes ahead and he lays his head on me while I'm sitting there thinking all this stuff, and I'm like, I will burn the world down for you. I will, I don't know how I can stretch myself anymore, because I'm already stretched so thin, but boy, I will figure out a way. Oh, one of your works in progress was discontinued? And when you join, if you join the Discord, just make sure that you read our Welcome Wagon channel. It has our rules for the Discord, as well as instructions on how to access the rest of it. So, yeah. B and D. You're B. You're B. You're in! Welcome in. The Pikachu Diamond Dot is so cute. I love this Diamond Dot. I think it's adorable. I like the colors a lot. And Pikachu's a cutie. I still can't believe that Pokemon is 30 years old, because that means I'm old. Because, like, y'all, I played all of the games as they came out. You know? I should play some more ZA. I was enjoying that game. I'm only X in that right now. I got a long way to go. You've been playing that one too? It's good. I've enjoyed it. My brother and I played a lot of Pokemon games growing up together. Like, we would get the opposite games so that we could trade with each other. And we'd, like, sit. We'd always get the strategy guide. And we would figure out, like, okay, you'll have this copy because, like, Growlithe is in this one, which my brother really loved. And I'd have this one because Ponyta was in it or whatever. And that was always, like, fun. I missed one. Back when you couldn't just, like, look up strategy guides on the internet, you had to buy them. They are, I know. That'll be interesting. I haven't played that since the originals. I have my original games still. So, that's kind of fun. Alright, you both should be able to post. I'm done with the section that I peeled back. Evidently, I could have taken a bigger section. The urge to, like, just go right up to Pikachu. I mean, I could. Really? Aw. Excuse you, you're not apologizing to me for taking care of your pet, are you? Because, I will not accept that apology. I always do, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. What? No. Didn't look at you. Oh. Certain foods my animals, like, are feral over. Like Maple the other day, I was eating a Cheez-It. Hang on. Hello, mother. I love this thing. I can have it, please? Like, no personal space. He's like, excuse me. Put it in my mouth. I am Miniverse obsessed. Yes, I literally have like a drawer in my cabinet here of Miniverses. I have this guy that I have to build. I have this guy. Like, yes. Very much so. For a while we were doing mini Mondays, and then life kind of got hectic, and there were a couple of commissions and different things going on that kind of took over Mondays, but... Oh yeah, we've been doing them for a while. A lot of people have joined in, it's great. Oh, you know what I need to check? I need to see if the plug that I got, works for my light. Because I lost my plug when I moved my office. Do you have, like, a favorite, like, series? Or, like... I love the animal... Shocking. I love the animal Miniverses. And, I don't know, I guess, like, I've done a lot of the food ones. But I also really like the, like, the teacups and things like that. The ones that are, like, actual miniatures. Like, not just food. Collected so many. Wasn't working on them, so they really piled up. Nothing wrong with that. I tend to buy them when they go on sale. Because I just can't afford them otherwise. But, like, when they go on sale on, like, Amazon or Walmart or Target... I avoid Target like the plague now. I actually haven't bought a Miniverse from them in years. Or, like, in at least a year. But when they're on sale for, like, $3 or whatever, you're like, The happy hour one. I haven't gotten any of those. I catch the $3 sales, too, yeah. Or, like, sometimes they'll do, like, a bundle of them for, like, a good price. Oh, the Taco Bell one. I did the Haribo ones. I still have a couple more of those to do. They're fun. The gummy bears. I wonder... Let's see. I'm wondering how big the house flipper thing is. It's probably too much to download and, like, check today. Keep selling out, yeah. Can't imagine a demo taking that long. Download. House Flipper Remastered Collection Demo. 31.8 gigabytes. Goodness. Never mind. 2% complete. Okay, wait, it says 15 gigabyte download. Estimated time remaining 1 minute and 30 seconds. I love House Flipper. We were originally going to play the demo tomorrow, but instead I have to take my dog to the vet. So... just what I wanted to do. No, actually, not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do or what my wallet wanted to do. Y'all, are you not downloading now? What are we... What happened? Did it pause? I'm so confused. What? I don't want Marbles on Stream to download. I want House Flipper to download. Why does it say next? What do you mean? Oh, the remap. Oh, okay, that's what's going now. Got it. This is, you know why I'm confused? Because they both say House Flipper, and that's why I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, my bad. My bad. This might not... Maybe I should, like, close Discord right now. See if that helps. If not, we will play it. I don't know when. Because, you know, evidently... Oh, you know what I could do? Okay. Oh, you posted the picture? Let me go take a look. Let me close that temporarily. Oh, wait. I just closed Discord. I'll open it on my phone. I don't know if it's going any quicker, but we're at 3.2 gigabytes now. Why won't you let me open the picture bigger? Oh, Discord, don't be so stupid. Oh! I loves them. No, you know what? Actually, we can do our ticket giveaway right now. Okay, so we do a thing here on stream where chat votes for what I do on Friday. At the beginning of stream, the first 3 people into stream get to vote. And then we do a random giveaway at some point in the middle end of stream. Just to say thanks for being here regardless. So if you type !ticket in chat, You will be entered to win 2 points, which you can apply anywhere you would like. Yeah. No, Friday isn't planned, but tomorrow and Wednesday are. And tomorrow and Wednesday, the plan is Megan goes to the vet. Also, I feel like this is just, worth putting... I should probably start pinning this again. This is now just not for Artemis. This is for Artemis and Patch. We're still trying to pay. Artie has bladder cancer. Or intestinal cancer, sorry. Patch has bladder issues. I'm mixing my pets up. So she gets medicine now. And she had to have an ultrasound and all of these other things done. And so we're still paying her bills down. And now we just spent $1,000, $1,100 actually at the vet on Sunday. And then I'm about to pay, I don't even know how much this week for Patch and Maple and Artemis. And I feel ill. Hi, James. Artie's dish is under her thing. For those who remind me of that. Oh! Oh, I see what you're asking. I guess so. Yeah. I guess. Oh. Patch, buddy. Can you go lie down? You're fine. You were fine. You were sleeping. We're getting close on finishing it, honestly. Like, it might be the last... Unless I add the border, it'll probably be the last time I work on it. Oh my god. Huh. I was like, we can make the eyeballs real quick for the, beaded owl. Because I have to make 2 of those. And I was like, I think I was using an eye hook. And so I grabbed the eye hook, and I was like, yeah, perfect. I'm like, oh, let me double check. And then I... Written down, it says I was using a J. Did I mix up my hooks again? Hey chat, what color? What color's that hook? Okay, hold on, wait. I mean, here's the thing. If the general shape and all that is consistent enough, like that... Like, this seems okay. Oh yeah, no, the hook that I wrote down I was using is brown, but the hook that I'm using in the video is green. But like I couldn't tell you which ones were made with which hook. Oops. Did I put it in Did I write it in Discord differently? No, I didn't write it in Discord. Some of them... So... Okay, here's my question though. Moving forward, what size do I use? Because I made 10 beads with the green hook. I don't know how many I made with the other one. Yeah, see, those ones look different. This is why working on projects not all at once is bad, Megan. Bad, Megan. Alright. It's fine. We'll use the one that I have written down. I can't find more. Like looking in my YouTube for owl beads, 90s pony bead animals. No, that was true. There's a lot of YouTube, there's a lot of content to search through. We would do a few at the beginning of each stream, yeah. Okay, in the meantime, let's see who wins. Raccoon! It's you! What would you like to put your points towards? Mermaid. That's the wrong thing. Mermaid won by 1. Since I'm not going to be here the next 2 days. It was close. Diamond Dot had 5. Cat Couch had 6. Mermaid had 7. Game had 3. Something New had 2. Oh! What are you? This title just says crocheting all the things, but it has the color yarn that I'm using. What am I doing here? That's a tiny hook. Oh, that's us trying to find another option for... It's also the green one. So the ones that are a little smaller could just be that my tension was off. Alright, I'm putting a note in Discord. Evidently. Beaded animal. Eye hook. According to old streams. And I'm also writing it on this paper. Gotta love updating or uploading old stuff to YouTube. No, I did. Georgina's not here. I've been scrolling through YouTube, honestly. While we were pulling the winner. Hi, Positively Crafty. It's so nice to see you. Honestly, I am not doing very well. But it's lovely to see you. Where... I think that I have to do 10 half doubles for this. Yeah. Well, I'm surviving. Patch has not been doing great. He had to go to the emergency vet this weekend. And he's going to our vet tomorrow. And there's just kind of a lot of questions right now up in the air. So we're all just kind of hanging out. You know. You get it. Also, Emily, I just downloaded the remaster, and I was going to do it for the last 30 minutes of stream, but it just finished downloading like 2 minutes ago. So we'll have to do that maybe over the weekend. Because I'm not gonna... I would do it now, but I have to cook dinner tonight, and my brother and I are gonna hang out over the phone. So I have to end. It's garbage night, so I have to end on time, you know? Yeah, I know that you understand. So we're just... he had a bladder blockage that cleared up. But unfortunately, the x-ray showed that he is absolutely riddled with stones. This is a common issue for Dalmatians. It's why he's on a prescription food. But evidently, even with the prescription food, still not enough. Bladder stones. Oh, no worries. Have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out and for sharing your art. I appreciate it. I hope that we see you back. Oh, for new friends, I stream Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So if you look, this whole big area is his bladder, and that, see all those white dots within that red circle? Every single one of those white dots is of stone. Some of them he can pass on his own. Some of them will cause more blockages. Oh, no worries, Kit Kat. Yeah. Yeah. So we're kind of struggling now with what to do, which is why we're going to the vet tomorrow for more blood work and I guess investigative whatever. Cuz other than the blockage when he felt pretty bad, he has otherwise been his usual self. I mean, he's in a diaper now because evidently, and I don't know if it's because of the pressure, I don't know what caused it, but he's leaking now. So that's kind of soul crushing, but like, otherwise, like, he loves the snow. And so he's just been like, yeah, but I bet that you have things that, oh god, he tangles himself on his leash. I bet you have, things that fit you properly, Emily? I can't seem to find any garment, if you will, that fits him, that covers everything. Everything seems to slide off so that it just pokes out. But yeah, I mean, he's been... So yeah, I don't know. And it's funny because he's not even, like, fighting it. He's not trying to get it off. He's not, like... It's just not staying on. No. That's not to... I'm not trying to minimize. That's mostly me just saying, why don't they make something that fits dogs properly, like, for people? I'm sorry if that came out as, like, dismissive or anything. That was not my intention. It's just, like, I can wear... I have options as a human, and with him as a dog, it's, like... very lacking. Yeah. No, we got a brand new rug for Christmas. That got rolled up. That's no longer out. So I basically just walk around with Nature's Miracle and paper towels at this point. I'm wondering, well, so I tried originally to pattern out and make a diaper based on the ones that almost fit him. Because basically, not to be like, whatever, this is just anatomy. Girls' urethra openings are by their tails. Closer to, right? And so the diaper's there, cover and catch things. With boys, and I get that just like with people, their opening is in a different spot, and it can be in different spots for different males depending on breed, depending on size, depending on a lot of things. Like some sticky out, some are more tucked in, and his is between his legs. Like some males when they're standing have it like further up. So like I've tried like a belly band, right? And that's great. That's great if that's where his thingy is. But like it's not. Like it's in his needs to like fit him, like his hip is there, and so it moves things. Yes, so the largest size girl one that I can find, what is going on there? Oh my god, y'all didn't even tell me my hair looked crazy. Still ends up kind of pulling back a little bit in the little boop. So I tried to sew up one, and I took like the diaper that he had and I stretched it and I made a pattern, and evidently I made things too big. I made it too big. So it didn't work. And then my husband last night was like, what about boys' boxers? What about boxers? He's like, put his tail through the hole. And does that work? My hair is just doing crazy things. And so I took a pair from hubby's drawer because James is deployed right now, so I'm dealing with all of this alone. And it was close to being where it needs to cover, but not quite. And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll sew something on there. Maybe I can extend it a little bit. And then I thought, wait, women's undies have a brand that, or have varieties that are high-waisted, right? That go up. And I'm like, do men's undies and now keep in mind I'm using gendered terms. The clothing doesn't have a gender, but stuff that's normally designed for men normally has a hole, if you will. Whereas typical things that are designed for women do not. That's the only thing that I'm using here for gender. Please understand, I have worn my husband's undies. He has not worn mine. Regardless, I googled high-waisted boxers. And I discovered that evidently they make compression underwear for men. Whether for the same reason that women wear compression stuff, which can be, to have things kind of tucked in a little, or maybe they have injuries and the compression just helps with, injuries. So, I found, please don't mind this wonderfully photoshopped male figure. I found these, and they will be here tomorrow. And I am hoping to basically take what I had done here with adding a little extra lining, if you will, and adding that to those and using that. Because the thing that's a pain, right? So I can kind of put both of them on him positively, and kind of keep things more covered. It is a pain in the ass to put that on and take it off of him 4 times a day. He is being extremely patient. He is being very kind. But it is not fun for either of us. So, he's not peeing himself. He's just leaky. And I don't know if that's because of the stone. Do you want to see positively? I don't know. I know that you dealt with Liam. I don't know if he had stones. I'm going to bring this to the vet tomorrow because I still don't know if this is a stone or not. It looks like one. And I found it after he had finally was able to relieve himself, but it was in a car. So it's yo, that's huge. And so I'm like, he might just be leaky because he's a little bit tender down there. I don't know. I don't know if this is the new normal. So, yikes indeed. He literally, he could not pee. He was straining. He jumped to get into the car to go to the emergency vet. And he's old and I have a truck and he's clumsy. And I tried to help him get up, but he just made the flying leap, kind of crashed. And when I ran to lock the door, I came back to the car and he had peed everywhere. And I think that when he tried to jump into the car, I think it was enough to like jostle everything. And it finally just, the dam burst, if you will. I have to make sure that Artie's not eating Pippin's food. And ads are about to play. So I'm going to let the ads play. Actually, no, I'm going to snooze the ads again. Okay, I'll be right back. One sec. Alright, no, she was just sitting there like a creep. Staring. Well, you know, there's talk about how, like, roller coasters, can, like, help dislodge stones in people. It wasn't quite a roller coaster, but, you know, similar enough, I guess. Where just the force and, like, all of that. Yeah, he peed a ton in the car. He peed a bunch out of the car. Afterwards, he peed at the emergency vet. Like, it was just constant at that point because he had been backed up for at least 12 hours. I don't know if that morning, if he was like the morning before, if he was struggling. I had noticed it the night before we went to the emergency vet that, I'm like, his stream seems really very, like, thin. Like, that's not normal. And I was like, maybe he just didn't drink enough. And so I gave him water and he drank a bunch. And I'm like, maybe that was it. Maybe he was just dehydrated. And then the next morning he couldn't pee. And I'm like, shit. That was not the problem. So. It is, yeah. Bladder things are very uncomfortable, truly. Not being able to pee, peeing too much, like UTIs, all of that stuff. Miserable. I will say that this has unfortunately cemented that Patch is going to be my one and only Dalmatian. Like, I will not have another one. Because if this food that I thought was going to prevent these stones still, like, mm-mm. And I know that not all of them get it, and I know not all of them get it this bad, but I'm paying $100 a bag every month, and he's still that bad. Like, nope. No thanks. Can't do it. Now, girls have this problem less because their urethra is shorter and differently shaped than males, but I still, nope. So, now, James and I did also talk about this. We've talked about this before. Should there ever be, like, a shelter or somewhere that needs people to, foster? A lot of times they want people who have experience because Dalmatians can have these sorts of issues, can have temperamental issues, and I'm like, yeah, we would do that. We would foster for sure. We would absolutely have short term because we have experience and not everyone does. It's just not something that I'm ever going to be willing to put myself through again. Enjoy dinner. I literally, my tapestry needles are in the other room because I have been working on finishing my Woobles pattern. And I can't be bothered to go get him. I can't. I can't see. Where the hell are my scissors? Just any pair. Ugh. So yeah, tomorrow at 5 o'clock we're gonna be at the vet, so if you guys think of me during stream time and want to send some good vibes our way, I'll take it. I mean, I guess in theory, maybe... What if tomorrow I come and I do just the demo of the new house flipper on stream? I could do an hour-long stream tomorrow. And then end and take him to the vet. Like, I could be here from 3 to 4 easy. Because my appointment's not till 5. And my vet's not that far away. So we can do a short stream tomorrow. Kind of like my dog's short stream. Anyway, I think we'll do that. I think that sounds like a good idea, because then otherwise I'm just going to literally be sitting here going, is it time to leave yet? Is it time to leave yet? Is it time? And this will give me like at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half of like hangout time with you guys and distraction. So I'm gonna by the way, we realized at the end of stream that I can do a short stream tomorrow before his vet appointment. So I'll be live from 3 to 4:15/4:30 ish. We will check out the new house flipper demo. Because then I'm not thinking about and stressing about him and the fact that I have to go by myself. Cool. Alright. That's gonna do it for us today. Because while I would love to sit and do some more, I do have to, like I said, take out garbage. I have to cook dinner, all of that. So I'm gonna skedaddle. We'll roll some credits though. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today and keeping me company, especially through all of the highs and the lows and the just life, you know, life being life. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember, you are loved. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to do just a short little house flipper stream. Help keep me sane before the vet. Okay. Thank you, Positively. I appreciate the heck out of you. I really do. All of you. I appreciate all of you and just your kindness and your understanding. Like, I know there's just so much going on right now, and I feel like it's just constantly, like, I don't know, bad vibes, and I apologize for that. It's definitely not the vibes that I want in this channel. So, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!